everyone, welcome back to the Opening Kickoff, your new favorite show to watch every single week before the NFL week gets started. Make sure you subscribe so you never miss a single episode every single Thursday at noon.
Comment down below your favorite team this week, and we will respond and give your opinion, our opinion on your team.
And possibly shit on your team.
If they suck, if they're the Jaguars.
And if they're the Cowboys.
Yeah, the Cowboys are really bad. So, last week I went 7-7. Maddox went 9-5.
Is that 9 that I'm up by now?
Yeah, you're up by 9 now.
I'm coasting, baby.
Yeah.
Remember when I was down by 5?
I know. But I'm going conservative for the rest of the year. That might help your strategy, me telling you that. I'm going conservative.
I think I only picked one upset this week, so we might not have any different.
I don't think we'll have any different, probably. Browns Saints, we both got wrong, if you want to talk about that.
Holy shit, dude. Taysom Hill. I picked up Taysom Hill in fantasy against him, actually. I had Trey McBride. He was on bye. All the tight ends available. I was like, Taysom Hill will probably get a touchdown against the Browns. It'd be a good pickup. 41 fantasy points. Shout out Taysom Hill. He balled out. Saints had a pretty good game, but I think if they can keep using Taysom Hill in this way, like, he's old, but he's a baller.
He's
like,
a baller, dude.
Like, if they get him more involved, and honestly, like, it sounds crazy talking about a 35-year-old backup quarterback this way, but if he could be like a
Not even a backup.
Yeah,
String.
but like a focal point of that offense.
Four-string quarterback, actually.
Like a focal point of that offense, that would be crazy. Like,
Imagine the Chiefs got him.
dude,
Andy Reid
the Chiefs
would cook.
Yeah, the Chiefs would use him.
I don't get why they haven't, like...
Well, I think he just got re-signed, like, last year.
No, he got a bag.
Yeah.
The Saints, obviously, like, they just know, like, when in doubt...
Yeah, I think I've already
said
said this on this pod, but imagine he learned how to, like, punt or kick. That would be awesome.
So sick. He probably could. If he spent one summer, he'd be Brandon Aubrey.
100%. Or I don't even know about kicking, but especially punting, like, with how strong his legs probably are, like, punting can't be that hard. I mean, I can't do it, but I'm not strong in my legs. Like, he could definitely punt the ball.
I had your camera very uneven. Sorry about
That's
that, guys.
whatever. It looks good now.
Next game, we both got wrong. Colts, Jets. Jets suck. It's official.
I knew the Jets sucked, but I thought the Colts sucked a little worse. Honestly,
I know.
I guess Anthony Richardson sitting on the bench and watching Joe Flacco throw a bunch of interceptions made him better.
No, I don't think it was...
Well, that was sarcasm.
True, but you'll probably agree. It was a humble, like, he needed to be humbled a little bit.
I think it was a little bit of that, but I think it was also like, damn, like, I really need to prove myself. Like, it was like, okay, I was the rookie quarterback. All the expectations were on me, but now it's like, okay, now I'm in the hot seat, and if I don't ball this game, like,
yeah, you could be back.
Did you see that the Jets had like a top 10 ranked defense before they fired Robert Saleh, and they have like I think it might be the last ranked defense in the league since he's been fired.
Robert Saleh wasn't the problem.
I don't think he was the problem either. I think Nathaniel Hackett was the problem, but he got stepped down too. But I don't think
but he wasn't made the head coach.
Yeah, Robert Saleh should not have been. I mean, maybe he should have been fired. He wasn't doing good enough, clearly, but they fired him so early. Like,
I agree, and the fact he hasn't gotten picked up is insane.
Yeah, but this is a weird spot of the season to pick up.
Our team's waiting till.
I think they're waiting till next season to pick him up
so
because think about it.
Every head coach next year easily.
Maybe not a head coach, but he'll be a DC for sure. But I mean, I think Nathaniel Hackett should have gotten fired first if the problem wasn't solved. Then maybe get rid of Saleh. But I think they did it a little bit too early. I don't think Robert Saleh's a head coach, but I think he'd be doing better. I think the Jets would be slightly better as of now.
Shout out to Anthony Richardson, man. Like I'm big on the. Dude, you're tapping out, and like people don't understand. They're like receivers tap out all the time, running backs tap out all the time, but when a quarterback does it, it's not like Andy couldn't understand for a second. And I told Andy like that's not normal.
It's not normal, but I think it got a little blown out of proportion.
It did get blown out.
He was coming off an injury. He scrambled around for like probably 30 yards total from what he was doing against the Texans. Like, I get you can't really do that as a quarterback, but what's worse, him tapping out for that play when he knows he doesn't have anything left, or going back in and having to play 50% on a play that could cost him the game? You know what I mean?
I agree. No, I agree. And I think it did get blown out. But if I'm a head coach and I'm a general manager, big red flag.
Oh, 100%. Like I'm not saying...
That brings down, like, you're not a dog.
Yeah, I don't think there's an excuse for him to do it.
I played football for years, bro, and I even told Andy never once in my life did I ever do this.
Okay, but you also weren't playing against the Texans D-line. You were playing in high school.
True, but hey.
And you only played quarterback in junior high.
I played quarterback my first year of high school.
Okay, but still.
You ass team, too. And I played both. So when I wasn't playing quarterback, I was playing slot receiver.
Okay, but that's high school.
I was pretty much Travis Hunter.
Okay, but it's not the same. Like, the Texans have a very good pass rush. Like...
Well, he should be in better shape than I was in high school, so it should even out.
That is a good point. I don't know. I think
agree? I think we both agree.
No, I think it got slightly blown out of proportion, but I don't think that excuses him tapping out for a play as a quarterback.
Like, dude, Would Patrick Mahomes ever tap himself?
No.
Tom Brady.
You don't even have to say like
Baker
the greatest
Mayfield,
quarterbacks
Jared
ever.
Goff.
Just any rushing quarterback that isn't even that good. Like Justin Fields would never tap out for a play.
What quarterbacks would tap out? Kirk. I could see Kirk.
No,
No, I don't think
as
Kirk.
much as Kirk is like kind of weird this year, he wants to play.
No, I agree. Like I'd say Kirk. I was like, no, but
I
couldn't
honestly
pick
like
anybody.
that's what I was just about to say. I don't think you can name a quarterback that would tap out
Big
for a
red
play.
flag. Go ahead and talk about Packers Bears.
Holy shit, Vlogs field goal at the end of the game to get me up by another game pick. I could only be up 8 right now, but shout out the Packers for blocking that kick. I saw Pat McAfee kind of breaking it down. The long snapper, I guess it's not really a long snap on a field goal, but the snapper got manhandled, and I don't think you're allowed to like touch the snapper
You're
on a
not.
field goal, and he got like destroyed on
Really?
that play. Yeah,
I didn't see that.
but he got me up a game pick.
That was bullshit. Can we talk about 2 weeks in a row you've gotten game picks on me where I pick underdogs and it's a good pick both weeks?
Just do your homework. You just haven't done your homework.
I did do my homework. The Chargers defense, like I said, is going to make Jordan Love look mediocre.
The Bears defense. How do you confuse the Bears and the Chargers? That was weird.
I'm shit-faced.
Khalil Mack, he was on the
I'm
Chargers and
also,
the Bears.
guys, I'm a little sick right now. Like, I just stepped off to blow my nose for a second. But 2 weeks in a row, Bo. 2 weeks in a row, bro. That's bullshit, dude.
Let's go. I'll take it.
And
Free game
then
picks.
Jaguars Lions. We don't even need to talk about it.
I told him this. I think it should count as at least 3 losses. Picking the Jags with Mac Jones
we
to
should
beat
just
the
count
Lions.
that off. I think that's.
I think it should be the opposite. I think you should get like at least 2 losses. For
Why
that.
did I not say like?
I literally asked
But
you
I know-
verbatim.
But why did I not say like? Oh, only if Trevor Lawrence plays? Because I could have.
I gave you the chance. I said if Mac Jones is playing, do you
know.
still want to pick the Lions? And you said a yes.
You know what's crazy, dude? They went up like 3-0, then stopped them, and I was like, oh shit, man.
Let's be real. Even if Trevor Lawrence is in that game,
no chance.
yeah,
No chance. The Jaguars suck. I'm officially
their
on,
defense is terrible.
No,
like,
I'm officially on the Jaguars are fucking ass. Trey.
Here's the thing: if the Jags manage to get the number 1 overall pick and get Travis Hunter next year, they'll be a playoff team. Like,
insane.
and if they get a new head
Tank,
coach, Doug
tank.
Peterson needs to get
Take
out
Trevor
of it.
Lawrence. If I'm the GM,
Trevor Lawrence get a surgery.
no, if I'm the GM, I'm telling Trevor Lawrence, you're getting surgery. Go off to the Bahamas. Do whatever. You're rich.
Yeah.
I'm telling Travis Etienne, hey, you're hurt. Let's let Tank's big.
Oh
B
no,
play.
let Travis Etienne play because he's ass.
I don't think Travis. I think his scheme. Travis
no,
Etienne's
no,
a
no,
really
no.
talented back.
Travis Etienne, Tank Bigsby, world's better than Travis
No,
Etienne.
Travis Etienne was really good back in college, and he had great shots.
Okay, think about how many players were good in college that aren't good in the NFL.
True, but I'm saying it's just this 1 year. Where
But you're saying
he's
it's
at.
the scheme. But Tank Bigsby has been successful in the scheme, and Travis Etienne hasn't.
True,
Tank
but I think
Bigsby
they-
is
maybe they
better.
changed their scheme
Tank
entirely.
Bigsby is better than Travis Etienne. Travis Etienne is a decent receiving back. He is not a good running back.
I don't agree.
Well, you're wrong.
This year, you're
Stats
right.
don't lie.
But you're going off of 1 year though. But I think Etienne, like if he went to the Chiefs, that would have been a really interesting pickup for the
I'm
Chiefs.
not
to get
denying
guy
he
like
is a
that.
good receiving back, but when it comes to running the ball,
He's like a Rashad White, and you shit on Rashad White a lot.
putting the ball in the but I agree, I think the same thing about Rashad White. He's a great
Yeah.
receiving back, but he's not a good running back. I would say Bucky Irving is a better running back
Way better.
than, and I would say the same thing about Tank Bigsby and Travis
But
Etienne.
overall talent,
Tank Bigsby.
But
I really don't like Travis
but I'm
Etienne.
saying Etienne gets a little closer with overall talent.
Overall
than he
talent gets
does- yeah,
closer,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I would still rather have Tank Bigsby as
I
my
got
running
you.
back.
But yeah, Jaguars Lions. That
That might have been the worst pick of the year.
Yeah, that was bad. But I was going for the upset, and I've been high on the Jaguars, but I'm officially fuck the Jaguars, dude.
You said that multiple times, dude.
I have. Do I have the Jaguars this week? Oh no, they're on a bye. Thank God. I'm gonna take them. Ravens, Steelers. I got wrong. Another game, dude. Like
That was a shitty game.
the Ravens look like shit. The Steelers look like
The
shit.
Steelers didn't score a single touchdown.
Exactly. Chris Broswell, bro. He's won 2 games this year.
They've won 2 games where they didn't score a
Only-
single touchdown.
Insane.
But I knew the Steelers were going to win that game. The Steelers have Lamar. Like, they have him. Like, Lamar
do.
cannot be the Steelers. I think the Steelers, even though that was a pretty sketchy win, I think the Steelers are one of the better teams in the league. I think they're going to win the AFC North. I think they're going to make a...
And Russ did his job. This
Probably
week.
not going to make the Super Bowl. You still got to go against Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen. You know, there's a lot of talent in the AFC.
That's what I was telling Annie. Like Annie was like, when she said something, she's like, "Yeah, but all these AFC teams are good this year." I was like, "Annie, it does not matter."
Patrick Mahomes in the AFC.
I said Patrick Mahomes has only lost to Joe Burrow once in the playoffs
And Tom Brady.
and Tom Brady. That's it.
Insane.
I explained Annie the lore. Literally, Brady 1 year misses the playoffs. Mahomes wins the Super Bowl. The next year, Brady beats him in the Super Bowl. Crazy.
I don't think Mahomes has never missed the playoffs as a starter.
No, he's never not made the AFC Championship as a starter.
But you said missed the playoffs. Maybe he was a backup that year. You said missed the playoffs. Maybe you misspoke.
I meant to say Brady lost the playoffs. Mahomes won a Super Bowl. Next year, Mahomes loses to Brady in the Super Bowl.
There you go.
Like, what? Like, it literally is like it was like such a
And it's crazy because the NFC is so much more talented this year. The NFC is crazy. Like, there's going to be 10-win teams that don't make the playoffs in the NFC this year. And yet, Mahomes is in the AFC, so it almost evens it out.
I think same thing with AFC.
No, the AFC is tight this year.
About
it's competitive.
Chargers and Broncos, one of those teams are going to go into the playoffs with 11 wins. I genuinely think.
I think there will be 9 and 8 teams that miss the playoffs in the AFC. I don't think there will be a 10-win team in the AFC that misses the playoffs. So you think
because
think about it,
you think there will be the 7th seed will be a 10 and 7 team?
Probably because AFC East only one team's making it out of there. AFC North 2 teams. I don't think the Bengals make it at this point because that loss last week was big. I don't
7. They're 7, so they'd have to go 10 and 7. Like
exactly. And then AFC West. I think only. I mean, I'm sorry. I think the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs and the Chargers make it. I think the Chargers probably get 10 wins.
You think the Broncos? But the Broncos.
I don't think I think the Broncos will go 9 and 8 and probably miss the playoffs.
You think they go 9 and 8? So you think, dude, they have an easy schedule for the rest of the year, low key.
But they have to play the Chiefs again.
Yeah,
they play the Chargers again.
True. But
have they played the Chargers yet?
Yeah, they played They like lost like 13-0 to the Chargers.
The Chargers have really caught their stride.
Bro,
I think the Chargers are one of the best teams in the league.
Chargers look good.
All Justin Herbert needed was a coach. That's all.
Dude, and what's crazy is Justin Herbert. I was so surprised when I made my list. Justin Herbert is not even in like.
He has 1 interception this year.
I know, but stat wise, he's not top 10 passing, not top 10 touchdowns, not even top 10 completion percentage.
He's been balling this year though.
But he's balling and getting the job done, and that's all that. Here's the thing: if I'm a head coach, a GM, a fan, I could give a fuck what my quarterback is, top 10 in the league, this and this. He wins me games consistently.
I also think passing yards has to be one of the most overrated stats in the league. Like, if you have passing yards, because your team's losing so much, so you got to keep throwing the ball. Geno Smith is like leading the league in passing yards right now. In no way is he the best.
He's fallen off a lot, actually. Believe it or not.
But he's still top 5 in passing yards.
I don't even know if he's top 5. He might be like 5
I was looking at it earlier. He's in the top 5.
He is the top 5, so that's probably why. But he's not in what we'll get into later. And then 49ers Seahawks, Geno Smith.
That shit was crazy.
Geno Smith's a dog. It was Nick Bosa going out is what.
No, that really changed the game, but also just like the offensive play calling when you are going against a team like the Seahawks, like it just was not there. Like you got CMC back and you're losing to the Seahawks. Like when you need to win too. Not only need to win, you're in a division game that you need to win.
I think they were depending on CMC a little too much.
I feel like at the beginning of the game they weren't depending on him enough, and then the second half they were depending on him too much.
No, like that last drive where they gave the ball back. Like they had the ball with like 2 minutes left. They need to finish that. They give it to CMC twice in a row, and
I honestly couldn't tell you, but isn't it crazy we live in a world where the Cowboys and the Niners could probably most likely miss the playoffs this season?
Crazy. That is crazy.
Live in a crazy world.
And then another game we both got wrong: Bengals Chargers.
Dude, the Chargers played a great game. They almost managed to choke that away. Kind of reminded me of the Chargers Jags game, but hey, Justin Herbert came in clutch at the end. The Chargers defense looked legit in the first half. But I also don't think you can say your defense isn't legit whenever the Bengals are putting up points because the Bengals are going to put up points. Like
Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow.
Like
do your homework.
Dude, Joe Burrow is like the best statistical quarterback in the league right now, and they have, 4 wins?
Statistically, actually, there's a few guys better.
But he's leading the league in passing yards. He's leading the league in touchdowns.
Well, I did all my stats based off of last week. I did not do this game picks because I did this all on Sunday.
Yeah, but I'm saying as of right now, I'm like 99% sure he's leading the league. And
I don't think he is in touchdowns, though.
I think the only person, I think he might be tied with Baker, and that's it.
Wow. Shout out.
But that's just insane that Burrow and Jamar Chase are playing this high of a level, and they probably will not make the playoffs. Like, that defense is horrendous.
Yeah, it is. And then the only game I got right that you got wrong was Falcons-Broncos.
Bo Nix masterclass.
Kirk Cousins sucks if he's not playing the Bucs. That's what we've learned.
If it's not a division game, Kirk Cousins.
He hasn't looked good any game except the Bucs.
No, he looked pretty good against Dallas.
He hasn't looked great any game except the Bucs.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Like, bro, he destroyed us twice.
Y'all's defense is terrible.
If he gets sacked, bro, it's a sack or it's a fumble. I've never seen a guy like so often get like hit from behind and it's a fumble.
Dude, and the Falcons just like it was so weird because for like 2 years they were a quarterback away, and I really don't think that was the case. The O-line looks like shit. The pass rush, they cannot generate any pressure, like, at all. Like, there are so many problems with that team, and I really thought them signing a quarterback, and don't get me wrong, Kirk, I liked him when he was in Minnesota, and I think he's a good quarterback, but he's not he's not a game changer. Let's just keep it a buck.
He's a game manager.
He's a game manager.
But that's what they needed.
But I thought that's what they needed.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy that you paid a quarterback. Shout out Nala. That you paid a quarterback this much money and you have no offensive line and no defensive line. Like, if you can't dominate the line of scrimmage in a game, you're not going to win this game. It's the same problem with the Cowboys this year. They can't run the ball and they can't stop the run. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah, for real. Dude, if the Bucks go 1-1 with the Falcons, like, think about how different the season is.
I know. Dude, y'all's division is terrible.
It is.
Like, y'all's division is ass. Every year.
But somehow we're not the worst.
Y'all aren't the worst. Or no, y'all are.
No, the AFC South easily.
Oh, yeah. Dude, the Texans.
The Colts have a good record,
Dude,
but
the
the Colts
Texans have a
suck.
free ride to the playoffs.
No,
bro.
the Texans are mid. I think the Falcons and the Bucks give a game to the Texans, and they shouldn't with the record.
I think the Texans beat both of them, though.
We give them a game,
Yeah.
but they shouldn't. They're 7-4. We're 4-6. Let's go ahead and get into this week's game pick, starting off with Thursday night Steelers versus Browns. The only reason I'm wearing a Browns jersey is because it's Baker Mayfield. Do your homework. Who do you got?
I have the Steelers winning. I think the Steelers are one of the best teams in the league. I think the Browns, I think they're capable of putting up points, but I think this is it's an AFC North game. It's probably going to be, I have the final score 24-13. I don't think it's going to be the most entertaining game, but I do think the Steelers take it.
All right. Let's go ahead and get into the noon slate of
You
the
didn't
year.
say who you took. I'm assuming it's the Steelers, but you didn't say who you have.
My bad, guys. I got the Steelers. I'm a little sick, and I'm a little buzzed. But, yeah, I got the Steelers. Like, come on. Like, it's just – I would not be shocked if the Browns pull it off, but, like, I wouldn't have picked the Browns. You know?
No, I agree.
Titans-Texans is who I got next. I think the Texans, honestly, probably play a good game and win this week. But I think the Titans suck.
I agree. I think the Texans – I actually think this won't be, a very dominant win. I think the Texans have been winning close pretty much all season. The Titans have looked very good in the first quarter throughout the entire season, so I think there will be a point in this game where the Texans are playing from behind, but the Texans are the better team. I have the final score 24-13.
Perfect. All right, next up, I got the Vikings versus the Bears. This is your team. I want to go ahead and hear what you think.
I obviously picked the Vikings, but I just really feel like we're going to lose this game, if I'm being honest. The Bears kept it close to the Packers. They were literally one block field goal away from winning. Just with how close we've been playing against these shitty teams, I genuinely think we're going to lose this game. I just couldn't bring myself to pick against the Bears. I had the final score 21-16. I'm just hoping with how much Caleb has been struggling that maybe our defense will be able to make him struggle even more. It's just going to come down to Sam Darnold and playing against a good defense. I really don't have faith in him. I'm kind of bought out on Sam Darnold. I'm ready for the J.J. McCarthy era.
Hey, shout out.
But I have the Vikings, but I don't even know, bro.
I would say I think y'all win this game pretty good. I think y'all get like a 21-10 kind of victory.
I would take it at this point, dude. I'm so sick of these. The Titans didn't really put up that much of a fight, but we only beat the Titans by 10 points,
But
and it
it's
was
like-
a game.
It's like when
the
your
whole time.
quarterback throws picks instead of punts, it's way more frustrating, you know?
Yeah,
But it's the same shit, kind of, if they don't
Sam
score.
Darnold had a pretty decent game against the Titans, but
did.
it's just it's the Titans, though. You should, and you should have a better game than what you did. I don't know. I'm honestly bought out on Sam Darnold. I think we'll make the playoffs this year. Hopefully we make a push, but I'm kind of to the point where I would rather us not re-sign him at the end of the season unless we make the Super Bowl or something, and just let J.J. McCarthy play. I think J.J. McCarthy could manage this offense better than Sam Darnold, or maybe not better, but just as good, and he has upside and he's younger. I'm ready for the J.J. McCarthy era.
All right. Cowboys, Commanders. I think this is an easy pick for both of us.
I actually do think it'll be closer than a lot of people would imagine. I only have the Commanders winning by 3. I think the Cowboys will put up a fight. The Commanders, I think they started off hot, but they've been slowly falling off. I think once teams got tape on Jaden Daniels and kind of started figuring out their scheme, they kind of not necessarily have them figured out, but figured out more than they did at the beginning of the season. So I think the Commanders take it, but probably only by a field goal.
Really? No, I think it's blowout.
I have the final score 24-21.
Bro, you don't think Dan Quinn can fuck up Cooper Rush, who he coached all this fucking time on scout
I
team
think
last
he
year?
can, but I just don't think that.
I think CeeDee Lamb's going to be a problem. If
I
you're
just-
half CeeDee Lamb on fantasy, bro, he's going to drop a quick 30
and I just
for you.
don't think the Commanders are going to put up crazy points, in my opinion.
Okay. Next game I got coming up is Patriots-Dolphins. Go ahead and talk about who you got.
I'm pretty sure I have the Dolphins. I'm searching for it. Yeah, I do have the Dolphins. I think the Patriots will put up some points because the Dolphins defense doesn't impress me too much, but the Dolphins they've been playing pretty good football the last 3 weeks. Patriots are obviously nothing crazy. I think at this point, if the Patriots could tank and get a draft pick with their young quarterback that has shown promise, they'll be pretty good, but I have the Dolphins winning this one 30-20.
30-20?
Yeah.
Man, if the Dolphins drop, I don't see even the Patriots being able to get 20. I think maybe a 10-point game is right, but they're like,
I think the Patriots can put 20. The
Patriots
Dolphins'
getting
defense
20.
isn't too crazy.
True, but yeah, I got the Dolphins as well. Next game on the news slate, probably the biggest lock of the week, potentially for the biggest upset of all time, Chiefs-Panthers. You know me, I'm a big Panthers fans. I got the Chiefs.
I had the Chiefs as well. I actually put the final score 40-20. I think the Chiefs are going to come in locked in after their first loss. They're going to dominate the Panthers. I think the Panthers will be able to put up some points, but it won't be close.
All right, and the next game on the news slate, Buccaneers-Giants. We both got Buccaneers. We can move on.
It's funny because I actually did think about putting the Giants. I kind of like Tommy DeVito. I'm really happy he gets to start again. I'm a big fan.
Dude, me too. Sucked this week. Throw 3 picks this week.
No,
please.
I agree. I did pick the Bucks.
Throw 3 picks.
The Bucks need to win too bad to slay. I think if the Bucks are in a comfortable spot right now, like if the Falcons were playing like shit this year and y'all had the division right now, I'd probably pick the Giants. But y'all need it too bad right now.
Baker's gonna be locked in. Baker's gonna be ready.
But I only have y'all winning.
Baker's gonna be ready to die on that football field.
I only have y'all winning 27-20 though, because with how bad y'all's defense is, even DeVito will be able to put up points.
We get a win. Last game on the news slate, we got Lions Colts. We're both pretty much picking Lions every week.
I have the final score 48-21 against the Colts.
So you think the 20? Hey, that's pretty good.
I think
they'll 21 on the Lions.
I think they'll put up points, but
hey,
the Lions will
stop eating my snot rags.
But yeah, the Lions are gonna blow out the Colts.
First game 3:05. The only 3:05. There's only 3 o'clock games.
That shit pisses me off, dude. Fucking putting 7 games at noon and 3 at 3 o'clock. Like, bro, just move at least one over. Make it 6 and 4
There needs to be an 8
least.
o'clock game every week.
I agree. That shit's
do it in America.
Yeah, like, bro, I love.
You don't need to go international. Do it in America every week.
Though, going to church every week, it does suck, like having to miss the last part of the game going to church. But
true, just don't go to church.
I gotta put Jesus above football sometimes. Like
sometimes, every other week. This is what they need to do. Do a 8 o'clock game every other week. Then people like you can pick football,
or just make it a really shitty game every Sunday. Or every Sunday morning, so that I can watch the first little bit, be like, okay, this game sucks, and then go to church.
Watch it on the drive to work.
There you go.
On the drive to church.
There you go. Anyways, the Broncos are playing the Raiders.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry.
The Broncos are going to take this one. I think it'll be closer than people would imagine. I have the final score 27-20, but Bo Nix is hot. I think he's going to stay hot, and the Raiders are pretty bad.
It's not going to be that close. Do you think Brock Bowers goes off?
Brock Bowers goes off every fucking week, dude. Yeah, probably.
Dude.
Or actually, no, I don't know. The Broncos defense is pretty
Terry
good.
McLaurin Maddox doesn't drop 2, I win. Literally, if Terry...
Where did that come from? Oh, because Brock Bowers went off?
No, Brock Bowers... Dude, Mom fucked me. Hold on. Pause. That's so funny.
Oh, my God.
No, but the Joe Mixon, dude, and it's because Terry McLaurin fucking with the 2, dude.
Hey,
and
Terry
for
McLaurin
you dropped 2.
And I won.
Yeah, but you had 173 with the 2. That's how retarded your team was.
Shout out Taysom Hill. And Amon-Ra and Jared Goff. Retard. There you go.
We're even. All right, Cardinals, Seahawks, 3:25 game. Who do you got?
Sorry, I'm looking for it. Did I not write this one down? I didn't write this one down, but I'm going to take the Cardinals.
Okay.
Freestyling off the dome. Cardinals have been hot. I think the Seahawks, that win against the Niners was pretty impressive, but I think the coaching on the Niners end was pretty bad that game. I think the Cardinals have been hot. I think, I don't know, Kyler Murray's just been balling, dude. I think Trey McBride's going to have a crazy game. I think James Conner is going to have an insane game against the Seahawks defense. I think the Seahawks will put up points. This will probably be a pretty high-scoring game. I don't have a score written down because I didn't write down this game because I'm stupid, but I'm going to freestyle a score. I have the Seahawks. Sorry, I have the Cardinals.
You're going to get this right the first time ever.
I have the Cardinals winning 30-24 over the Seahawks.
Okay. I agree. Kyler, bro, I love seeing Kyler ball because that's like Baker's apprentice, you know? But they wrote him off, and he didn't write back. Do your homework. I got the Seahawks.
Is that our first game that's different so
That's
far?
our only game that's different so far. This might be our only game that's different. But yeah, I got the Seahawks.
That's a good game to have different because this one could go either way.
Seahawks with the fully healthy 49ers team, their defense held up.
I agree.
And then Geno Smith made plays when it mattered. Their center sucks. Dude, he has snapped it over Geno Smith's head I swear, every game.
No, yeah,
It's
You're
insane.
right. It's
Why
insane.
has he not gotten benched yet? That's the only, I don't
Maybe
care.
they don't have anyone better.
I don't care how you pass block. If you're a little bit worse, fucking put the other guy
Yeah.
in. That's
It'll be a good game. I really think I could go either way.
all right. And then for the 3:25 game, we got 49ers Packers. Kind of must-win games for both people. The Packers have a good record, but the Vikings and Lions are winning so much. This is a must-win game. Who do you got?
I have the 49ers. 49ers coming off a pretty bad game against the Seahawks, but I think Jordan Love is prone to turnovers. I think the Packers barely beat the Bears. You went off a game-winning field goal. You're not going to be able to get away with that against the Niners, and I just think the Niners are going to take it. I have the final score 30-24.
Where do you think the Packers finish this year?
I think they'll make the playoffs, probably 6 or 7 seed.
So you think 3 teams from the AFC North make it?
100%. Vikings.
So you think the Commanders miss it?
No, I think the Commanders make it.
What about the Eagles?
Eagles probably win the division.
Then that can't happen.
Yes, they can.
No, because there's only
7 total teams, 4 division winners, 3 wild cards. The wild cards are the Vikings,
Sorry,
Packers, and the
No,
Commanders.
you're right. Sorry.
But I'm a casual, right?
Bro.
Anyways, who do you have?
I got the 49ers. Go fuck yourself. Next pick. Sunday night, Eagles, Rams. Who do you got?
This is going to be a good game. This was a toss-up. But I do have the Eagles. The Eagles have just been playing some damn good football. The Niners have been playing some pretty sketchy football. I think it'll be a close game. I think it'll be a high-scoring game. I have the Eagles winning 34-30.
Period. I agree 100%. I think the Eagles might make it a little bit more of a game. The Rams don't have much of a secondary. So I think
They don't have a
that's
secondary
gonna,
like
that's
at
gonna
all.
come down to a problem. I think their defense is weak and young. I think Brandon Fisk is a stud. I think Byron Young, not very good. He's
Jared
a little
Verse has
overrated.
been pretty good.
That's why I meant to say Jared Verse first. Jared Verse is going to be a stud. Brandon Fisk is going to be a stud. Too young to stop this juggernaut offense. I think the Eagles win pretty good. You know what? I'm going to give my first score prediction. 38-17.
Damn. That's crazy. I have it 34-30. So
I wouldn't be shocked. Here's the thing. Stafford always makes it
No,
close.
Stafford will make it a game.
But that's not going to be the score. But, like, fuck it.
May
That's
as
the
well
score.
say it.
That'd be
Yeah.
crazy. And then last game, Monday Night Football, we got Ravens, Chargers. I'm going to get my pick. I got the Chargers. The Chargers, man, they look good. And I think Jim Harbaugh is a stud. I think he's going to give his little brother a noogie this game. And that's all I got to say.
I also have the Chargers. I know you don't like to hear that because you want us to have different picks at this
That's
point.
fine. We only had one different this week. That's crazy.
But this was my one. I actually don't know who's favored for this game. I would imagine it's the Ravens, but this is my one upset for the week. I think the Chargers defense has looked great. The second half against the Bengals wasn't very good, but when you're playing against Joe Burrow, like there's just going to be times like that. 2 fifth-round picks, I believe, playing at cornerback for the Chargers, 2 rookies, and they've been playing pretty decent. I think the Chargers have a great defense. I think the Ravens have been pretty sketchy this year. I don't know. I just see the Chargers winning. I don't know what it is. I just think the Ravens defense just hasn't been good enough. They're good at stopping the run, but Herbert's capable of making it work in the pass game, and he showed it this year. I think Herbert's going to have a great game here against the Ravens, and I think the Chargers squeak this one out 27-24.
Who'd you say were fifth-round picks?
I think both of their starting corners were fifth-round picks.
One of them was from Notre Dame. You had just seen that, right? For the Chargers?
I'm sorry?
One of them was from Notre Dame.
I couldn't tell you what college I went to. Also, I think I did get rescued for this. Let's fucking go.
That's such BS.
Genius.
Don't say that. You can't say the meta.
Well, I don't think it'll happen much more often because there's no backup quarterback, so you can really bet lines on it. It was just there, and I had to take it.
Very, very true. Wow, we only have one game different. But I think I'm just going to lock in every week, and I'm going to pick the best score. And then hopefully I get one over you. Cardinals Seahawks, I think that's...
No, that's a good game to have different because that really could go either way.
And then, boom, 8 next week.
That's the only game we had different?
Crazy.
I think that's the first time we've only had one different.
I feel like a lot of these games, like Steelers, Browns, easy as fuck. Titans.
My picks were boring this week. Like, it was just hard
No,
to pick against good
Texas
teams.
Titans, easy. Vikings, Bears, but pretty easy.
I kind of think we're going to lose. Dude.
Commies, Cowboys, pretty easy. Dolphins, Patriots, close, pretty easy. Chiefs, Panthers, easy. Buccaneers, Giants, could be close, probably easy. Lions, Colts, maybe close, definitely going to be easy. Broncos, Raiders, all that. Like, the only one that is close. 49ers, Packers. I honestly thought you might have picked the Packers.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think the Niners are going to win. I was just swallowed by Zid.
All right, so guys, we each had a segment this week. What do you think is better? Because I really can't wait to get into my top 10 quarterbacks.
You go ahead. You go first.
All right, guys. So basically, I was bored, and I was like, I really want to get a top 10 quarterbacks list. So basically, every top 10 every top quarter.
Nice.
Shut the fuck up. Every quarterback in the NFL was listed, right? And then I ranked them based off of completion percentage, touchdowns, and passing yards. And then they were given points based off of where they were ranked in the NFL. Same thing with rushing yards and rushing touchdowns, but that's only half points. There's quarterbacks. It should not be worth as much. Fair. INTs, which was worth a full point, and wins, which is worth a full point, because I think at the end of the day,
Full point is a little crazy.
but winning is a quarterback stat.
I disagree.
But it was the last stat, so there was nobody who got taken out that should have been in because of wins.
I don't think winning's a quarterback stat. Let's think about Joe Burrow. And let's think about Baker Mayfield.
But it didn't matter enough, and it was only based off of the top 14 guys.
But would you not agree that winning's not a quarterback stat when it comes to guys like that? Like Joe Burrow and Baker Mayfield are putting up enough points
True,
and their
true, true,
defense
true.
are losing them the game.
True.
But I'm excited to
But
hear this.
It applied to Baker Mayfield. So, I'm going to give my honorable mentions to Brock Purdy, who had 39 total points, and then Kirk Cousins with 40 total points.
Okay.
In 10th place, we have Sam Darnold with 41.5 points. He has a few rushing touchdowns, which is really what saved him.
Yeah.
And at number 9, we have Kyler Murray with 48.5 points. So 7 more points. So it's a big step.
Yeah.
Kyler has a great completion
He's been
percentage, which helped him out a
balling,
lot.
too. He's been balling.
He has been balling. Wins helped him out. Like Kyler was like right around that 14 mark and moved up because of rushing, wins, INTs. Number 8, with the exact same amount of points, but I put him above with 40.5 points, Jaden Daniels.
I think that's fair.
The wins helped him out a lot, and the rushing yards helped him out a shit ton.
I think Jaden Daniels, though, personally, is going to start, like, I don't think he's going to fall off, but I think his little Lansanity run, obviously,
Does
the
Bo Nix
offensive
win
player
Rookie of the Year then?
I think it'll be close,
Because
honestly.
Bo Nix is cooking.
No, I think Bo Nix is trending
No,
up,
stop.
and I don't think Jaden Daniels is going to be bad. That's not what I'm saying, but I think he is trending downward,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
And then at number 7, with 50 points, so this is 1.5 more points, is Jalen Hurts. The rushing touchdowns, dude.
Yeah.
Like, if without the rushing touchdowns, I don't think he's top 10.
But he's been playing really good since the first couple weeks.
Yeah. Number 6, which you say wins, fucked him. This is probably where it comes from. We got Joe Burrow with 51 points, 1 more point than Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
No rushing touchdowns, no rushing yards, bad wins is really what fucked Joe Burrow. But 6 isn't terrible.
Yeah, but let's be real. If wins weren't factored in, he'd probably be 2 or 3 because he is the best quarterback as of right now. Statistically.
Joe Burrow's over. No, he's only over one more guy without wins, I think.
Okay.
Number 5, we got Patrick Mahomes with 51.5 points.
All because of his wins.
Wins help out a lot, but it's really not wins. It is also, too, his completion percentage is top 3 in the league. And his
I don't know about
yards
that. I'm
is
pretty
top.
sure he
His
has, like,
yards is top 10 too.
Yeah, but he has maybe
I don't have all the stats broken down, but yeah, wins definitely helped out a lot.
wins
for
helped
sure.
out a lot because Patrick Mahomes. Or yeah, his completion percentage is pretty good. I lied.
Okay, number 4, shitty team. It doesn't matter. I'm not biased. Baker Mayfield, dude. Come
Hey,
on, that's kind of lit.
He's been a touchdown. He's been Baker touchdown maker.
With-
He's been throwing
Without
touchdowns.
INTs, it doesn't matter because the guy above him wins has helped out the guy above him.
Yeah. No,
Incredible.
I mean he's gotten the turnover. And I mean, with how many touchdowns he has, his turnovers are not
Without
crazy.
wins, Baker's second. Just so you know.
Yeah, but Baker, he does have a decent amount of turnovers on the year, but when you compare it to how many touchdowns he has, like
Yeah.
it evens out.
Like he's had some bad INTs, but he's had about
His problem is they all come from like 2 or 3 games. You know what I mean?
yeah.
He has
literally.
what does he have, like 11 interceptions, I think, and
I think he only has 10 or 9. 10,
something
9 or
like
10.
that, but they've all come from like 3 games.
3 games.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is bad. Which the Saints game we won, and then the other game we lost. So still fine. Okay, 3rd place with 58 points, 6 more points more, is Jared Goff. So maybe the wins might have broken them even, but 6 points is a lot. Jared Goff is up there on everything. INTs brought him down a little bit, and then, of course, the rushing stats brought him down.
Yeah.
But that's only half point, so it didn't affect him too much. So then, with 1.5 more points above him, in 2nd place is Josh Allen.
Sounds about right.
Insane. So you say Right. So let's get into first place, which is funny. Obviously, who's first place?
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, right. So you said, think about it, they don't have at all the highest record. Think about their record, not high at all.
Lamar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Josh Allen had 59.5 points. Lamar had 78.5. That's how much he's dominating every category in the NFL. Lamar is easily MVP.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah, I mean, it's his right now. That's for sure.
If he doesn't suck ass for the rest of
If
the
he
year,
doesn't play like he did against the Steelers again.
if he plays C+, he wins MVP.
I agree. Assuming a bunch of players don't play A+.
But how
every
crazy is
single
that?
game.
Almost 20 more points.
Yeah, that's insane. That's wow.
But
Lamar's been balling.
don't you
dude.
think though, if I gave this list for top 10 quarterbacks this season, it is all pretty.
The only reason it wouldn't be valid to me is because
Mahomes.
Justin Herbert isn't in the list.
Yes, but Justin Herbert has barely passing yards.
His passing yards are low, and
The only thing that put him, I think he was at like 14 or 15. His completion percentage, win percentage, and INT percentage was really high.
I agree. Well, now it's time for Mad Blood Billman's segment. So we got 4 comparisons here. We got 3 quarterbacks and 1 running back comparison. We're going to be blind ranking statistics. When other people do this, I've never really been that much of a fan because I think stat watching is a little bit too much, but I also think it'd be pretty interesting to give you 2 quarterback stats.
You're going to give me a Baker Mayfield one.
Give you 2 quarterback stats
You're gonna give me a
blindly,
Baker Mayfield
and you're going to pick who is the better quarterback based off of these stats. Obviously, that doesn't necessarily mean they're better, but
I guarantee you.
it's gonna get a little bit interesting here. So for number 1,
What position?
the first 3 are going to be quarterback. Last one's going to be running back. Which of these 2 quarterbacks would you rather have on your team based off of these statistics this year? The first quarterback has a 63 completion percentage, 2,100 passing yards, and a 13-1 touchdown interception ratio. Or quarterback number 2, who has a 66 completion percentage, so 3% higher, 2,600 passing yards, so about 500 more, but he has a 13-8 touchdown interception ratio. So same amount of touchdowns, but he has 7 more interceptions. Pretty comparable passing percentages.
Wins is a factor, but that we're not talking about. Right?
Wins isn't a quarterback stat. It's not involved in this.
I disagree. I think it is a quarterback stat.
Okay.
Partially.
So Baker Mayfield sucks ass then?
He doesn't suck ass.
Then why doesn't he have a winning record?
But I think it partakes
Wait, no,
with
why doesn't he have a
everything
winning record?
Because his team sucks.
But he's the quarterback and it's
All
a
right,
winning
shut the
okay.
fuck up.
Okay.
I guess we'll go with the first guy, of course, because everything's just a little lower.
So the first guy is Justin Herbert.
Okay.
The second guy is going to be Brock Purdy.
Wow.
Justin Herbert has 7 less interceptions than Brock Purdy this year. Less passing yards, slightly lower completion percentage, but Justin Herbert has been outperforming Brock Purdy.
Wow, that's fun.
Exactly.
That was fun.
Here's the second comparison. Quarterback number 1 has a 70 completion percentage, 2,500 passing yards, 24 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions.
All right, that's Baker Mayfield.
Quarterback number
That's literally
2.
Baker Mayfield.
Quarterback number 2, 69 completion percentage,
Okay.
2,400 yards, 15 touchdowns to 11 interceptions.
So you know what's funny? The first guy's Baker Mayfield. Second guy's Jared Goff. I'm going with number 1.
Second guy is not Jared Goff. Jared Goff's stats are way better than that. Second guy is Patrick Mahomes.
Wow, he's 11. I only thought it was Jared Goff. I didn't listen to their stat. I thought it was 11 just because from that 5-pick game.
I think Jared Goff has like 8 or something, even from that one game.
Wow, that's crazy.
But
That's impressive.
so Baker Mayfield is statistically heavily outperforming Patrick Mahomes this season.
Isn't it crazy that I knew that was Baker? Like,
Yeah.
I 100% knew
Number
that was
3, this one's a little bit interesting. Quarterback number 1 has a 69 completion percentage,
Okay.
2,000 passing yards, 12 touchdowns to 3 interceptions.
Baker. Okay.
Quarterback number 2, 66 completion percentage, slightly lower. More passing yards at 2,500, but a 13-7 touchdown interception ratio.
I'm going with quarterback 2 in that.
Okay. Quarterback 2 is going to be Matt Stafford,
Okay.
and quarterback 1 is going to be Kyler Murray. Only 3 interceptions so far on the year.
Wow.
I could have involved like his rushing stats, but it hasn't
True.
been like
So
insane this year.
passing,
I mean, he only has 500
Stafford's
less
going to
passing.
throw a few more picks, but it's going to get
Here's the
more
thing, he only has
yards.
500 less passing yards, but he has a better completion percentage and 4 less turnovers.
Dude, Kyler's been balling this year.
Kyler has been balling. And then the last one is going to be running backs, okay? This is the very last one. We're comparing 2 different running backs. Running back number 1 is 95 attempts for 584 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns.
95 attempts. How many yards? 800.
584,
Okay.
2 touchdowns. Running back number 2 is 82 attempts for 325 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. So he has like 10 less attempts,
Way
but
less rushing
over
yards.
200 less yards and the same amount of touchdowns.
Obviously, running back 1.
Running back number 1 is Lamar Jackson. Running back number 2 is Travis Etienne.
That's hilarious. Travis Etienne sucks.
Do we got to go there? Do your homework.
Travis Etienne sucks.
Lamar Jackson would be a better running back than Travis Etienne.
Okay, hold on.
He would. No, you can't lie. He would be a better running back. He would be a better running back. Yes, he would. 100%.
Lamar might be the best running back in the league, though.
Not the best.
He'd be top 5.
He'd be pretty damn good.
Top 5.
Okay, 5 is crazy.
He could be. He could be top 5.
I don't know. He wouldn't be better than Derrick Henry, Saquon, CMC, Alvin Kamara.
He gets a little tippy around the 5.
Aaron Jones.
No, here's the thing. He could.
Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery, he wouldn't be top 5.
I think I don't know how he can pass catch.
That is true. But isn't that crazy?
But if you give him the ball in open field, I think he's better than all those guys.
100%. I mean, he's better than Etienne, apparently.
But before we get into our power rankings, I want to ask you this. The Falcons loss that just came up, it was a really bad loss.
Yeah.
And
they've had a couple really
bad losses. If the Bucs went out or 10-7, one more loss, which you've seen our schedule, we should only have one loss minimum. If we beat the Chargers, we should win out. Do you think we win the division?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I think we
have to win out.
I think my hopes got a little high for the Falcons after they got a couple good wins. But just seeing them being capable of losing in that fashion when the Bucs have not been. Y'all have had one pretty bad loss, and it was against the Broncos. And it wasn't as bad as the Falcons lost to the Broncos.
No, not at all.
I don't really think y'all are capable of losing in that fashion the way that the Falcons have.
We'll make every game close.
And I agree. And I do think, I think at this point, even I just think in general, y'all probably do end up winning the division.
You think we do win the division?
Yeah, probably.
I hope.
But here's the thing, who's projected to get the 5 seed as of right now? Minnesota Vikings, and we're gonna destroy y'all in that playoff game.
We'll watch it. If we do, I'll say right now we can watch it.
He finally came around.
But we gotta you have to think
Here's the thing though, if the Vikings if the Bucs do something good and you start getting happy, I'm not gonna be mad. I'm gonna be damn.
I know if something happens, I'm gonna be mad, but I'm not gonna be mad at you. I'm gonna be mad at the game. But if the Vikings win, get the fuck out of my house. You know what I'm saying? I gotta I can't have you deserve to go celebrate.
You gotta go to your room and cry.
But think about it, because I'll be way more pissed if the Bucs win or the Bucs lose than you would be the Vikings lose. Way more.
I mean, probably.
Because I'm a 10 out of 10. You're a 4 out of 10 maybe. Because you're probably
I give myself a 6.
A 6, but the Bucs won. Because you care about the Bucs way more than I care about the Vikings.
Yeah, but if the Bucs were playing the Vikings, I could give a fuck if they
True.
win.
That's what I'm saying. We're both just gonna be pissed.
But the thing is, I'm not gonna be pissed enough that it'll make me mad at you. You know what I mean?
I hope we don't play round 1 and y'all lose round 1.
If we play in the NFC Championship, we're watching the game together.
Of course. And then at the end of the day, it's hey, one of our teams.
Okay, you know it would be fire if the Vikings and the Bucs somehow it's possible and they play each other in the NFC Championship. I don't even think it's gonna be possible, but
then Lamar and Josh Allen play each other and it's all 2018 quarterbacks.
No.
Right?
We stream our reaction to the game.
You'll
be crashing out, but it'll be funny.
We should even do if it's a wild card round.
Let's do it anyways. Let's do it. I think there's a because here's the thing. Whoever wins the South is going to be the 4 seed. Y'all won't be 3 or 2. Y'all will have 10 wins, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe 11.
Are you fucking no?
Anyways, the winner of the South is definitely getting the 4 seed. Vikings are not going to win the division. The Lions will win that division, but we'll have a good enough record to probably get the 5 seed. So there's a really good chance that the Bucs play the Vikings in the wild card.
If the Bucs make the playoffs, we probably are seeing y'all round 1.
And the Vikings are going to win. Baker's throwing 2 interceptions.
Does Sam Darnold's
he sucks, but y'all's defense sucks.
If Sam Darnold throws 1 pick, I think we win.
But I think Baker throws 2.
I don't think so.
Oh, Baker throws 2.
Nah, Baker's gonna ball against y'all, dude.
No, Gilmore's gonna lock down Mike Evans, and then Baker's gonna have
crazy.
Baker's gonna have nobody.
Okay,
Baker's gonna have nobody else to throw to. He's gonna throw it to the defense.
I get being Baker could throw a pick or 2 because of the blitz packages that are just insane. But dude, you're saying Mike Evans getting locked down by Stephon Gilmore?
100%.
Maybe in 20.
And here's the thing.
16.
Guess what? We can double him over and over again because Chris Godwin's leg is snapped in half right now.
True, but that still helps out because right now, here's the thing. Because I'm not disagreeing with you, but think about the Bucs team right now. How much it would help if we had a guy who can fucking get doubled every play.
No, I agree. Mike Evans does make y'all.
How much would that help if Mike Evans getting doubled every play? That leaves one guy open.
No, I agree. Play. But if the Vikings played y'all and y'all don't have Chris Godwin,
think about when Mike Evans come back. Kate on him might start doing better.
I agree
because it takes away the high safety every time.
I agree. What do we got left? Power rankings?
Power rankings, yeah. So who do you think's gonna win the NFC West now?
Dude, I genuinely
Don't know.
have no clue. I'm going to say the Cardinals.
So do you think the 49ers don't make the playoffs as of now?
I think they probably don't. Like,
Wow. Could you imagine a world where the 49ers?
what are they, 5-5, I think?
I think they're 5-6. I don't think they've had their bye week yet. If they're 5-5 or 5-6, I think they were.
If they're 5-6, they pretty much have to win out. I think they're 5-5, which means they can maybe lose 1 or 2 games.
But they could easily do that.
The thing is, even if they lose 2 games, they go 10-7. If the Cardinals win that division at 11-6, they're not going to make a wild card spot. 2 are going to get taken from the North, and 2 are going to get taken from the East, 100%. Or 2 wild card spots and 1 from the East, 100%.
No, there's no question about it. Pretty much, like with the advantage now, like there's one spot.
If you're in
There's
the
one
West,
spot for an
if
AFC
you're in the
team,
West and the South,
you
if
need
you don't
11
win your
wins.
division, you're not making the playoffs in the NFC.
you need 11 wins for a chance.
I agree.
10 wins, maybe.
10 wins if you're the Bucks. I think the Cardinals, with
I'm
how they're
saying
playing
for
right
that
now,
last 7 spot, 11 wins for sure, 10 wins maybe.
yeah, I agree.
Well, let's go. We can go ahead and get into the power rankings because that's gonna be interesting how that comes down. Dude, hopefully I just can maybe make it a fucking 8 game after. All right, we're going to get into the opening kickoff power rankings, sponsored by the Good Time Podcast.
Sponsored by the Good Time.
Which is so dumb because that's just sponsored by Imagine on YouTube.
Sponsored by Imagine on YouTube, who hasn't uploaded. in
Number
like a month.
32, surprisingly, we got the Titans. You had them a little higher than I did, but I had them at last, so it about evened out.
Dude,
at
all
last.
these last 5 teams, you could switch them all out in different places. They're all so terrible. So
Yep.
there probably won't be much commentary on these bottom
yeah.
5 teams.
31, we got the Raiders.
Yeah, terrible. Go ahead.
30, we got the Giants.
Terrible. Go ahead. Shout out Tommy DeVito. I'm excited to watch Tommy Cutlets play. You not read your own handwriting or what?
No, sorry. 29, we got the Browns.
Dog shit.
28, we got the Jags.
Dog shit.
I had the Jags really low. They pissed me off this week.
I had him pretty low too. I mean,
No, but I had him at like 30, dude. I was pissed off.
welcome. I mean, with Mac
They
Jones
have 2 wins.
and with Mac Jones, they're
I
30.
don't care. They have 2 wins. Fuck them. Fuck
Fuck 'em.
them. Fuck
Fuck-
the Jags.
fuck 'em.
You were right. That's
But
the
the
one
thing
thing.
is, if Lawrence was playing in that Vikings game, we
I was kind of right. CJ Stroud's a little overrated when
I
how
agree.
everybody's coming. I was right about that. Bryce Young's a little better than everybody had him coming this
Okay,
year.
but you are making it sound like that's
True.
what you said.
True. I was a little overboard, but
On
I was
both
still kind of
sides.
right.
You said Joe
Here's the thing.
Mixon was DT.
If I calm down just a little bit, I'm 100%
If you would have said
right.
the Texans aren't going to be crazy and the Panthers will be a little bit better than people expect, I would respect it. But you said the Panthers would be better than the Texans. So you're,
They will be. 27, we got the Patriots.
yeah. I don't even have anything to say.
Dude, Drake May is like almost there.
I feel like, no, the thing is, they're better off losing these games.
Yeah.
Get a good draft pick, make that team better, build
All
around
these
Drake May.
teams
They're all better. Just lose out.
lose.
Especially the Giants.
26, a team that I think go ahead and not lose, the Panthers.
Fuck. I just hurt my foot.
I think the Panthers win out if you can.
Why not if you can? Get Bryce Young going, dude.
Get
But-
Bryce Young going, get the team confidence. You have Chuba Hubbard, you have Jadavion Sanders, you have Xavier Legette, all guys who are playing well.
But I think
Put some core pieces on that defense.
they get 4 wins, like max.
But if they could finish with, if they finish 5-12, bro, that's a win for their season.
I would agree. Especially how they started.
25, we got the Jets. Fuck the Jets, they suck.
Dude, they're so... You traded for Devontae Adams and got worse. Like, that's just absolutely insane. You mean to tell me you have Aaron Rodgers, Garrett Wilson, Devontae Adams, Breece Hall, Quinnen Williams, Sauce Gardner. We could keep going. And you're... What do they have? 2 or 3 wins? 3?
They're like 3-8. 3-7? Something like that.
So, yeah, like, that's just absurd, and there's no excuse.
24, we got the Cowboys. They're going to finish way lower, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I could
I
see
don't-
them squeaking out a couple wins with
Maybe,
Cooper Rush.
but I could see the Jets, Panthers, Patriots, and Jags squeezing out wins way more than the Cowboys.
No, I think the Cowboys finish above all those teams except for maybe the Jets.
Maybe you don't think the Panthers?
Not the Panthers, no.
Okay. 23, you got the Bears.
Yeah, dude, the Bears were going like this, and then now they're just...
They had a really easy beginning of their schedule.
I will say that Packers game was... That sucks.
It
But,
does
dude,
suck.
Caleb, like...
Caleb
can't-
looked mid, but that last drive was
The
great.
game against the Packers was way better than his games the last few weeks, but regardless, like, he's just still not doing what he needs to do. Like,
But that last drive, he clutched up.
but
much.
I get it, but it's just like,
Yeah.
Caleb needs to be better.
22, a team that could beat any team in the league, but that could easily lose against
The
any team.
Dolphins?
The Saints. I think the Saints could beat the Chiefs.
They
Probably
could.
not. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And they could also lose to the Panthers, which they did.
they did, yeah.
So, I don't know.
2021, we got the Dolphins.
Dude, the Dolphins, I was a hater. And I still don't like Tua that much. But they've looked really good these last few weeks. Hawk Tua. Barely lost to the Bills, barely lost to the Cardinals, who we both have really high. And then you managed to beat the Rams. So, I think they're looking good. They obviously, with how they started this year, they're probably not going to make the playoffs or anything. But they're looking pretty damn good.
At number 20, the Colts.
Yeah, I mean, that win.
Dude, I think this is the team I'm most like. But I don't know.
Dude, I genuinely have no idea what's going on.
Like, are they good?
Are
they in a rebuild? Are they going to be good in 2 years? Are they going to suck ass in 2 years?
I think, honestly, if I'm being 100% honest, I think Michael Pittman got a little overrated going into the season.
If you're 98% honest, it doesn't count.
Did I say 98?
No, you just said if I'm 100% honest.
Oh, if I'm 100% honest, I think Michael Pittman got a little overrated going into the season. He really isn't their number one target. I think Josh Downs kind of became their number one target. And honestly, A.D. Mitchell been kind of balling.
He has been balling.
But
dude, he was a great draft pick.
But I'm just saying, like, I think they have a lot of pieces. I think Laitu Latui is the first defensive player they drafted in the draft, and I think he's very talented. Their secondary is so bad, and they can't stop the run. If you could add some pieces to that defense, and Anthony Richardson can play how he played last week and keep that going, they could be a good team.
They could be so you think they could be one of the best or AFC contender or contender?
I don't think they'd be a Super Bowl contender, but I mean,
an AFC contender in 2 or 3 years with a few right pieces.
I agree. Yeah, no, I think so. That defense needs a lot of work.
Yeah, at number 19, we got the Bengals.
That just sounds so wrong. Like, I know it. No, I had them that low. Like, it just sounds so wrong. Like,
they're so good, and every game they
their
lost,
defense is so bad.
Every game they lost, Joe Burrow. It sucks that like Joe Burrow. People say Joe Burrow sold because he missed that one Jamar Chase throw, but it's like, so you're saying your quarterback misses?
He scored 21 unanswered points.
No, hold on. You're saying your quarterback misses one throw, and he's the reason you lost the game? That's not realistic.
If you're putting up that many unanswered points, you should not lose the game. Like, that defense sucks. Like, it's so insanely pitiful.
They played good for a little bit when it mattered.
No, that second half, they started off playing
Cameron
good.
Britt is going to be a stud in the NFL.
Disagree.
What? He looked great yesterday.
Not in the first half.
True.
Like, one good half of football, you think he's the GOAT?
Number 18, we got the GOAT, Buccaneers. We're going to finish top 2. We're going to finish number 1, actually, by the end of the year. Let's do your homework.
I'm not even going to comment on that.
But we'll finish higher than 18.
Yeah,
we should.
If I had to guess, you'll probably finish 14 or 15. That's my guess.
If we win the division, yeah, maybe a little higher, maybe 13.
I guess 13 from 15. That'd be my guess.
Number 17, we got the Rams.
They're another weird-ass team, dude. Like, they are so capable of winning every game, but at the same time capable of losing every game. Like, they're another one of those teams, like...
Do the Saints and Rams play this week? Was that the matchup?
I don't even know. No, I think the Rams play... The Rams play a good team.
Oh, the Eagles.
Yeah.
But the Rams and Saints, like, that'd be a fun game to watch.
Yeah. The Rams are just another one of those teams, like, they could win any game against any team in the NFL, but they could also lose against any team in the NFL. I don't know what's going on.
Number 16, we got the Falcons.
Yeah, they're going to finish lower. They're just slowly going down and down and down. If only they got to play the Bucs like 17 times a year, they'd be 17-0.
They'd be 17-0, and Kirk Cousins would break every
He'd be MVP.
And we'd be 0-17.
That is true. And Baker...
If we didn't play Kirk, we're easily 6-6 right now.
I agree.
Number 15, we got the Seahawks. Wow, that's crazy.
They've been moving up, dude. I mean, that win against the Niners was impressive. I don't think they make the playoffs or anything. I think it's just so weird when you have that old of a quarterback who's, like, doing good but not good enough. Like, do you move on? Do you draft a quarterback? You're not going to have a good enough pick to draft a quarterback, but Geno Smith doesn't have much left, and he's not that good. I don't know. That's another weird-ass team.
Geno Smith's, like, 81 overall.
The NFC is so weird.
Yeah,
it's so weird. Right, especially the NFC West. I'm pretty sure
they all have a chance.
No, I think the Cardinals are 6-4, and all 3 of the rest of the teams are 5-5. I'm pretty sure.
That's crazy.
Like, what is going on?
That's
dude?
crazy.
I don't know what to think.
Speaking of the NFC West, we have the 49ers at 14.
Yeah, I mean, it almost might be a little high for them, but they're the 49ers.
You had them way higher than I had them.
But, like, how can you put them low when they're the 49ers? Like, I just don't know what's going on, man.
Number 13, we got the Broncos, dude. They've surprised everybody this year. I'm all a fan for it, dude. Sean Payton looking like a beast.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Sean Payton, but that's just like more of like a personal thing, not a coaching thing. I think he's a great coach, and he's making Bo Nix look like a stud. When you can get like a screen game going, like they were throwing a lot of screens in that game, they were all working. When you can do that, the quarterback feels so much more comfortable. Like that was a great scheme that they ran in that game, and Bo Nix has been balling. That defense has been balling too. Pat Surtain is probably the best corner in the league.
Oh, no question.
Yeah, I don't know why I said probably. He's easily the best corner in the league.
He could be the best defensive player in the league, realistically.
Other than Byron Murphy, obviously.
Get your weight up, little boy.
I'm sorry, I meant Sean Murphy Bunting, right?
No, but what's funny is, yeah, like guys like Nick Bosa. Who else? Who's like playing the best D-line in the league? TJ Watt, right?
Dexter Lawrence.
But like those guys make more of an impact than PS2 to the average guy. But like, dude, PS2, like his stats this season are insane.
But here's the thing. When you're watching football and you don't see a corner making plays, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Think about how many times you watched Sauce Gardner miss a tackle this year. Like, you don't get to watch Pat Surtain miss tackles because they don't throw at him. They don't throw at him. Like, it was the same way for Sauce for a while, but dude, Sauce is... He can't tackle. Like
really?
He's had such a tackling issue. He missed a big tackle against Trey McBride against the Cardinals, and he missed.
Trey McBride's a hard guy to tackle though.
But against the Colts, I think it was A.D. Mitchell or somebody. It was A.D. Mitchell, I think, but he missed another crucial tackle. Like he just can't. He can't tackle right now.
Wow.
It was a problem.
Number 12, we got the Cardinals.
Dude, I will love watching the Cardinals ball. I hope, like, as much as I love Brock Purdy and the Niners, I hope the Niners miss the playoffs just so I can watch Kyler in the playoffs this year. Like,
dude, Kyler went to OU.
Yeah, I love Kyler Murray, and I'm glad he's proven himself this year.
Number 11, the Texans, a team who we're so wishy-washy on.
They're the worst 7-win team in the league easily.
Perfect.
Okay, we gotta go there.
Number 2, we got the Packers.
Yeah, I think the Packers and the Texans could maybe be flipped, but they're very similar teams. Like I think they're very good, but they're very capable of like making crucial mistakes. But they're better than a lot of the teams in the league. I don't know. The Packers. They're so good, but they're so weird. I don't know. The NFL, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on anymore.
It's weird right now. Like, I have no, like...
This might be the weirdest NFL season.
Bro, like, there's a chance, right, like, the 49ers don't make the playoffs. And they should easily,
Dude, the Cowboys suck. Niners might not make the playoffs. Vikings have 8 wins. What else is
Broncos and Chargers both have chances to be the two playoff teams. Crazy. Commanders, another team that's way better than I expected.
Yeah, I think Commanders probably finish around 11 or 12 in my opinion. I think they're going to slowly trend down, but I think they're going to be a playoff team.
They're probably a first round playoff exit.
Yeah, but here's the thing with the rookie quarterback when you had the number 3 overall pick, they didn't even trade for that. They earned that. Or I'm sorry, the number 2. You earned that pick and you're going to make the playoffs this year. That is still a successful season.
Very. Number 8, we got the Ravens, a team that they're so wishy-washy, dude.
Yeah, like they're obviously going to be in the playoffs, but like they're so capable of losing games, but they will win more games than they lose. Like I don't know.
Number 7, the Chargers. I really like how the Chargers are looking.
I had the Chargers really high. I'm glad you did too. I really like how the Chargers are playing right now. I really like what Jim Harbaugh has done with that whole team. I think
that's our highest 7-win team.
And now that Herbert has a coach, it is crazy that the football he is playing. Like I was talking to somebody, I have this friend, and we were talking about he's a Herbert-ator apparently, and he was saying that he didn't like Herbert, and I was explaining the Brandon Staley thing, and he was like, I don't really think that's an excuse. He still had Mike Williams and Keenan Allen. I'm like, okay, but now he has Ladd McConkey and Quentin Johnson, and he's playing better. So clearly it was a coaching issue. Like, imagine Keenan Allen and Mike Williams are still on that team with Jim Harbaugh.
So, what do you think about like the top? So, do you think Jared Goff is the 5th spot over Justin Herbert in the quarterback debate?
I think just because of how crazy Jared Goff's stats are this year and how crazily he's managing the game, you do have to give him the edge. However, if we're going, as Dana White would say, pound for pound talent, Justin Herbert takes cake. Like,
okay,
but
so
like
that, yeah. So like
if I'm building my team, if I'm building my team around somebody, I want Justin Herbert. But this season, Jared Goff has performed better. So
building your team around guys, you obviously have Mahomes over, you have Josh Allen over. Who do you have? Lamar
Burrow.
Herbert.
Yeah. Burrow's a dog.
So you have
Herbert's in the top 10 of people I build my team around.
Herbert is the 5th most talented quarterback in the NFL.
It's just
he's up there?
I don't know. Yeah, he's up there. He's probably like within the top 8, like 100%.
Number 6, we got your Vikings, who I kind of saved them. I was a little higher on them.
I think I had them at like 8, so that means you had them pretty high.
Yeah, I had them at like 5
These
or 4.
wins have just been too sketchy. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe I'm traumatized.
Sketchy
maybe.
wins are still wins, man.
Maybe I'm traumatized because we have 8 wins, and I still don't feel like we're good. I don't feel confident in this team.
You're just hoping for the worst, or
If you expect disappointment, you can't be disappointed.
exactly.
Shout out Zendaya and Spider-Man.
Number 5, we got the Eagles.
Dude, holy shit, that team's so good. You have a top 2 running back.
They might make the Super Bowl.
Top 2 running back in the league. One of the best receiving cores in the league. That defense has been playing good. Holy shit.
If they get the first round bye,
they could make a push easily.
they can make a
The
push.
only team that's going to put up a fight is the Lions against the Eagles.
Yeah,
It'll probably be the Lions or the Eagles in the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, that's going to be a good
And then against the Chiefs,
NFC
probably.
Championship match. But, like, here's the thing. Like, dude, Jalen Hurts in that match, like, dude, Jalen Hurts, bro, is, like, one of those guys who's, like, is he a jump on the football guy, or is he, like, Cam Newton who doesn't
He's a
on
jump
it?
on the football guy, in my opinion.
I agree.
Dude, it's crazy. Going into the season, we were like, we love getting to watch a season with Joe Burrow in it because he changes the whole aspect of the AFC playoffs because he can take down Mahomes. And he might not even make the playoffs this year, so Mahomes is just going to be in the Super Bowl again, dude.
Yeah, literally.
Which, as long as he wins it, because I'd like to see him get the three-peat, honestly.
That would be sick. Number 4, we got the Steelers.
Dude, I love the Steelers, dude. I love them. I think Russ makes... Obviously, the offense wasn't that good against the Ravens, but that's an AFC North game. They're always like that. I'm not surprised, but Russ makes that offense insane. He makes George Pickens better. He makes the whole offense better, and that defense is capable of stopping any team in the league, and I love that team.
So, our number 3, I had at 2, you had a 3, I went ahead and gave it to you, is Chiefs at 3.
I had the Chiefs at 3? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, with how many sketchy wins they've had, and then you get beat by the Bills by 2 possessions, I just don't
They
think...
didn't just lose, they lost.
They finally lost, and they got bumped from 1 to 3. I think... Yeah, I don't know. I think the 2 teams we have above them are better. That's just all I gotta say.
So, like, the Bills, I had at 3 because 2 losses versus 1. But, you know my math. They beat them. They're better.
Yeah, I agree.
And then number 1, you can finally put this team at 1. Does it feel good?
Detroit Lions are the best team in the league.
Crazy.
A couple weeks ago, we watched them we watched Jared Goff throw 5 interceptions, but guess what? They still managed to win that
And
game.
can we appreciate their only loss?
Is to the Buccaneers. I can't appreciate. I can appreciate that.
Dude, the Lions are so good, and we beat them.
But if y'all played them in the playoffs, y'all wouldn't beat them.
I want to play. I'd be fine playing them.
Dude, Jameson Williams goes for 200 yards against
We'll
y'all.
beat them. I don't care. We'll beat them. Dude, Baker.
You think y'all are gonna win every game though? So like, I can't even like believe that you believe that. Or
Dude,
no, I can believe you believe it.
We
but
beat the Lions and we gave them a game. But like, so you're saying like you think the Lions should win, right? That's your belief. But you can at least be honest. Be like, we gave them a game last playoff and we just beat them.
But I think they're
we have the best chance of beating them in the league statistically. No,
they are a completely different team right now than they were when y'all played them.
In the
last season.
NFL, if any team should be able to beat them, it should be us. No.
No.
See, you can't even get that. Like, you get where I'm coming
I get
from,
what
though.
you're trying to say, but I don't think it's factual.
It is factual. Baker Mayfield.
Dude, this guy just has a dick in his throat
Boom!
24/7. Like, Baker's dick tastes that good.
Here's the thing. You say what you want about Baker. I did the most fucking dick sucking list I ever did in my life, and Baker was the 4th best quarterback in the NFL.
Baker's good, but I don't know. Like, he had the chance to win the game last year in the playoffs, and guess what? He threw it to the defense. So.
I know. That sucks, dude.
So like, that kind
I
of
know,
shoots
that's
down
fine.
your whole argument. And no, my thing is this year, it's not even just Baker. I'm saying if y'all play in the playoffs, y'all's defense. Like,
Yeah.
I get y'all beat the Lions this year, but that was really before they caught their stride. Like,
Yeah.
they have caught their stride. If
And-
y'all played in the playoffs, y'all are not
But
stopping
what I was saying
that
is, too, like, when we play the Lions in week 3, it's a revenge game for us. It's a regular game for the Lions. you know?
Exactly. And then if y'all play in the playoffs, it's a
It's
revenge
like-
game for, like, nobody.
It's a revenge. It's just...
And it's a
Everybody
shitty
wants to win.
defense against the best offense in the league. So it's just like the Lions
And then
probably dropped 40 on you.
second best offense because we're the best offense in the league.
I'm
Not actually, but we're top 5. With, like,
Y'all
how...
are top 5. I'll give y'all that.
With how much, like, weapons we're missing and we're still balling like we are, we're...
I mean, Baker has 24 touchdowns. Like,
Dude, Baker literally needs half a touchdown for the rest of the season to break his touchdowns in the last game. But he needs one more pick for the rest of
I
the
kind
season.
of hope he just doesn't throw any interceptions and just keeps being a touchdown maker and just manage to win MVP. That'd be awesome.
He could. Like, he could.
Yeah, I mean,
If they're
you what you need is for Baker to ball out. You need Lamar to have a couple bad games. You need Jared Goff to have a couple bad games because I don't think Joe Burrow will win it if they don't have a winning record or make the playoffs. Like, it'll be the same thing as Drew Brees that one year when Brady won it. Drew Brees didn't have a good enough record, so they're not going to give it to him. Like, I don't know. There is a world where Baker wins MVP this year. He needs to not throw any more interceptions.
But what's crazy is, and you could even attest, the Bucs could easily be like 8-2 right now.
No, they could be. Y'all have like
we could be undefeated.
Y'all probably have the most one possession losses in the league.
I think.
Do you remember? Did you see that thing I sent you on Instagram? And it was the NFL standings, and every one possession game was flipped, and y'all were the 1 seed in the NFC. That sucks.
And guess what? It's usually because of Todd Bowles.
It is usually because of Todd Bowles, aka the defense.
But there is times where like Baker could go up 2 possessions, and our offense goes 3.
And like that game against the Ravens. If Baker doesn't throw those 2 interceptions, like it's probably a game. Like that's one of the only losses you can put on Baker.
Yeah.
And the one against the Broncos you kind of put on him, but it's also on the defense as well.
And like our whole team played like shit that game too.
Yeah, and the Ravens put up 41, but it's also like Baker he threw 2 interceptions. Like you got to take.
Yeah, that I think. But like there's gonna like.
But quarterbacks lose games. Like
realistically, the Lions should have lost against the Texans because Jared Goff threw 5 picks.
Yeah, but Baker doesn't have that luxury. Like.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Shout out Baker.
Man, hey.
Shout out Lamar for being a better running back than Travis Etienne.
Shout out. All right, guys. Thank you all for checking out this episode of the Opening Kickoff. We're already in Week 12, Episode 12.
That sucks.
Still got a while left to go for the season. We're not even halfway on the Super Bowl season, I don't think. I think next week would be the halfway mark.
Yeah, because there's like 4 weeks of playoffs, right?
Yeah.
So that'd be 22 total. So we need to get...
Oh,
damn.
No, because there's
Wild
18.
Card.
Wild card.
Divisional, AFC Championship, Super Bowl.
Bye week, Super Bowl. So 5.
But are we going to do
an episode 23
for the bye week?
Yeah, we'll do an episode for the bye week.
Well, then we're pretty much halfway over anyways. This is week 12. We're halfway done. Damn. That's sad.
All right, guys. Give the subscribe button.
Yeah. And I don't know what I was going to say. Whatever. Like the video too, sure.
Yeah, yeet.